So in data communication and networking, today we are going to talk about transmission media. So what is a transmission media and how do we see it? The transmission medium and the physical layer is seen like this. There are two types of transmission. One is guided, one is unguided, or you can say two types of transmission medium. One is guided, one is unguided. So guided can be cable, unguided can be through air. So if here is a sender and he wants to send and a receiver wants to receive, there has to be some medium through which the data can pass, can flow, or the signal can propagate. So this is the physical layer where actual data transmission is done. This is the transmission medium, and by this transmission medium the receiver may receive the signals. Transmission media, by definition, they are broadly defined as anything that can carry information from the source to the destination. Anything that can carry information from source to destination. For example, it can be air, it can be twisted pair cable, it can be coaxial cable, fiber optic cable, conductor, and so on and so forth. Guided media, they provide a conduit from one device to another. That means there is a physical transmission, physical wire or physical say copper wire, say optic wire from one destination to another. So there has to be some link, some physical medium should be there. So it provides a conduit from one device to another, which includes the twisted pair cable, the coaxial cable, and the fiber optic cable. These all are guided media. So these are the classes of transmission medium. As we suggested, transmission media can be of two types. One can be wired, one can be wireless. Wired is called as, and also known as, guided. The wireless is also known as unguided media. So we have guided media, we have unguided media. The unguided media is free space, that is air. There are various layers also in our atmosphere. That is, you have stratosphere, we have troposphere, ionosphere. All these layers also can be employed, and the data actually through these various layers or signals. In the guided or wired transmission medium, we can have twisted pair cable, you can have coaxial cable, and you can have fiber optic cable. So twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable, these all are guided media. So let us start with the guided media. Guided media, which are those that provide a conduit, means a proper connection from one device to another, including the twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. So we'll talk about all these three: twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. This is a twisted pair cable. See, these cables are twisted or intermingled. These are the insulators actually. Inside this we have conductors, which actually transfer your signal from one point to another like this. These are twisted pair cable. These are the twisted pair cable, two types, UTP and STP. So UTP is for unshielded twisted pair. These are unshielded twisted pair, and these are shielded twisted pair. And you see you have a metal shield here. So these are shielded twisted pair, and both have plastic covers as an insulator. Then unshielded versus shielded twisted pair cable. Unshielded twisted pair, UTP. Shielded twisted pair, that is STP. So shielded twisted pair, it has a metal foil or say braided mesh covering that encases each pair of insulated conductors. The category is Electronic Industries Association, EIA, has developed standards to classify this UTP, unshielded twisted pair cable, with 7 categories. So we'll see these categories. And connectors, so most common UTP, that is unshielded twisted pair, the connector is RJ45, and RJ stands for registered jack. So as we see here, These are the categories of unshielded twisted pair cable. Category 1 to 7. In this 5 we have 5 and 5E also. So in all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 categories are there. The data rate is like this. It goes up from less than 0.1 megabit per second to 600 megabits per second. And see that the lowest megabit per second lowest rate is in telephones. The highest from 10 Mbps to this LANs. All these 10 Mbps to 600 will get in LAN. So these are UTP or in telephone. UTP twisted pair originally used in T lines, telephone lines. These are improved Cat2, Cat3. Then we have cable wire, which is normally 24 AWG with a jack and outside sheet. Then we have Cat5, and you also have new category with matched component coming from the same manufacturer. The cable must be tested at 200 Mbps. Okay. Then we have SSTP, shielded screen twisted pair. So each pair is individually wrapped in a helical. Again, helical like this. Helical. And in this helical metallic foil followed by a metallic foil shielded in addition to the outside sheath. And the shield decreases the effect of crosstalk and increases the data rate. So we have 600 megabit per second. This is the 7th category. So you can have category, these are known by category like Cat. What is your, what cables you are using? You can say Cat 6 cable I am using. So that will be 200 Mbps. And you can say I am using Cat 6E or 5E and Cat 7. So E is for extension. Okay. This is the UTP or this twisted pair connector. This is RJ female. This is RJ male connector. See, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 variations, and these are the links basically. All these are linked to this. These eight are the connectors. Actual connection goes here only. So UTP performance. The gauge is a measure of thickness of the wire. So gauge is say 18, that is diameter varies from this number to this number 0.043. It starts from 0.0159 to 0.043. The attenuation is per dB per kilometer, and you can see that the frequency is here. Attenuation increases. Okay. So this is gauge is a measure of thickness of the wire. Then we have coaxial cable. Coaxial cable, you can see the outermost is plastic. Then you have insulator in between, and then you have outside conductor, that is a shield, and then you have an inner conductor. These are coaxial cable. So the categories of coaxial cables are RG59, RG58, RG11, and these are the impedance values of these categories: 75 ohm, 50 ohm, 50 ohm. So this RG59 is used in cable TV. The RG58 for thin Ethernet and RG11 for thick Ethernet. This is the BNC connectors. You see, if they are cable, you need to connect them also somewhere. So this is the cable. These are the BNC connector. These are the BNC T. You can see T form, and these are the BNC terminator, and these are the ground wire. So this is how they are connected through a cable. Cable ends here. So these are the coaxial cable performance. There are 3 types as we have just seen. So the attenuation again increases with the increase in frequency. Now we come to the bending of light ray. Why we are learning this, or why we are going from the transmission medium to bending of light ray? Because we will be talking about the optical fiber. Optical fiber. See, if there are 2 mediums, one medium, second medium. So if this medium is more dense, this is less dense. That is, we are talking about the refractive index, mu. And if I, that is the angle of incidence, is less than the critical angle, it will be refracted. Means it will go outside. If I, angle of incidence, is actually equal to the critical angle, it will again be reflected, but in the borderline. But if we make an arrangement so that our angle of incidence, this one, is greater than the critical angle, the reflection will occur. This is called the total internal reflection. This is the bending of light ray we will utilize in our fiber optic. So fiber optics, the same thing happens. The sender sends the signals. These are the light signals. So it moves. It will be totally reflected, and then with that phenomena, this is the core. This is the core glass, and it receives the receiver. And these are the claddings. The propagation modes in this are multi-mode, which can have step index and gradient index. You can also have single mode. These are the modes which we are talking about. This is the multi-mode step index. This is the source. This is how it reaches the destination. This is the source with multi-mode graded index, as you can see, and the single mode, only single mode. This is how it reaches the destination. So fiber types are of these types. Multi-mode it can be multi-mode graded, or single mode. So in this we see that the type is 500 125, 62.5 125, 100 125, and 7 125. So these are the core values. These are the claddings. So fiber construction is done like this. This is the outer jacket. Inside it we have for strength these DuPont Kevlar. Inside this we have plastic buffer, and then you have a cladding, and inside this you'll find the glass or the plastic core. These are the fiber optic cable connectors. These are the SC connector. These are the ST connectors. This is for RX. This is for TX. This is MT RJ connector. The optical fiber performance is like this. You can see that the loss is less as compared to others with respect to the wavelength, but it peaks here somewhere. Then we come to the unguided media, that is the wireless media. Unguided media transports electromagnetic waves without using a physical conductor. So this type of communication is often referred to as the wireless communication, because in the earlier section we have seen the guided media. There has to be a wire of any type. So from sender to receiver you need to have a wire, physical connection. But for wireless you don't need it. So we will use about these different type of electromagnetic waves depending upon their frequencies. So we can divide them in terms of their frequencies, like radio waves, microwaves, infrared. Electromagnetic spectrum for wireless communication behaves or vary like this: from 3 kHz to 300 GHz. 3 kHz to 300 GHz. We have radio wave and microwave. So the frequency, as you can see, the frequency is increasing or decreasing. Let us see. First of all, the infrared from 300 to 400, 300 GHz to 400 terahertz, and light wave is here, which varies from 400 terahertz to 900 terahertz, and we see that this is the formation of electromagnetic spectrum utilized for our wireless communication. The propagation method is like this. This is a ground. There are three types of propagation. One is your ground propagation, which will be guided by the ground only. Then we can have sky propagation, the sky waves we can say, and then the other is the line of sight. So these two should see each other. That is the line of sight propagation. The ground propagation is below 2 megahertz. The frequency you can see it is always less than that. So 2 megahertz and below we can only do the ground propagation, because the attenuation will be quite high because of the ground. So there will be discharge of the image also. And in the skyway we utilize various layers of the atmosphere. So this is done between 2 to 30 megahertz. And for line of sight propagation, this is done about 30 megahertz. So these are three variations. These are the propagation methods. These are the bands, different bands. And these bands we can see that from 3 to 30, from 3 kilohertz it varies from to 300 gigahertz. It goes up to 300 gigahertz. So this 3 to 30 kilohertz is very low frequency, which is for ground. Again low frequency 30 to 300 kilohertz, again ground. This is used for long range radio navigation. This is for radio beacons and navigational locators. While the middle frequency is employed for, which is 300 kilohertz to 3 megahertz. For skywave, this is also for skywaves 3 to 30 megahertz, high frequency. This is for AM video, citizen band, ship aircraft communication. Then we come to the sky and line of sight, which is very high frequency, super high frequency, extremely high frequency. So we use this 34 to 300 megahertz for VHF and FM radio, 300 megahertz to 3 gigahertz for UHF, cellular phones, paging and satellite, 3 to 30 for satellite communication, and this is super high frequency, and again 30 to 300 gigahertz for radar and satellite. So the wireless transmission, as we can see, that it can be in three different electromagnetic spectrum partitions or frequencies. One is your radio wave, then the microwave, and then the infrared. These are wireless transmission wave: radio wave, microwave, and infrared. See, this is an antenna. This is an omnidirectional antenna. That means it is sending in all the directions. Radio waves are used for multicast. Multicast means multicasting. Multi means different or varied or more than one, and casting means sending. So multicast, broadcast, all these are the words. So multicast radio waves are used to multicast communication such as radio and television and paging system for radio waves. So the frequency is less and the amplitude is high in the radio waves. These are the unidirectional antenna, single directional antenna, or unidirectional antenna. For example, you have this dish kind of antenna and this is a horn antenna. These are the waveguides. Microwaves are used for unicast communication such as cellular, telephones, satellite networks, and wireless LANs. Microwaves. So infrared signals now that can be used for short-range communication in a closed area using the line of sight propagation. Infrared. So this was the discussion about the transmission medium. Thank you so much. Take care.